Okay, welcome to another wonderful tutorial. So if you're a keyboardist, a composer, arranger, or a songwriter, you do not want to skip this video. And especially if you have been following my piano tutorials, then it is finally time for us to talk about one of the most important concepts in modern harmony, drop voicing, or what musicians call drop-n voicing. When you hear the word drop-n, it sounds almost like mathematics, right? But don't worry, it's actually much more simple than it sounds. The n just simply means number. In other words, you can decide which number note in a chord you want to drop down by an octave. And once you understand this concept, your chord will instantly start sounding wider, smoother, more professional, and more musical. So in today's tutorial, we are going to focus mainly on drop-2 voicing and then apply to the popular 1-6-4-5 chord progression. So what exactly is drop chord or drop voicing? A drop voicing is simply a chord voicing technique where one of the upper notes of a chord is moved down by one octave. That is the whole idea. So when we go to the key of C, for example, this is the C major triad chord in root position. The first highest note is G and the second one is E. So if I take out this E and I put it down an octave of the scale, that is a drop chord. Okay, this is drop-2 voicing in particular. So what is an octave? Okay, if you don't know that, an octave simply means you having 8 notes. Okay, so the best way I explain it is 8 notes according to the scale. So if I pick the scale of E, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, or just see it as maybe D to D, C to C, A to A. In that interval, you can easily see that. And if you want to learn more about interval, I've done video on interval. You can also check it out before you proceed. So musicians use these techniques to create smoother voice leading, a wider sound, richer jazz harmony, and cleaner chord spacing. These techniques becomes very popular in jazz piano, guitar arrangement, big band orchestration, gospel music, and modern neo soul harmony. Now here is the thing, you may be wondering, what's the importance of this chord dropping? So here is the problem with regular close position chords. Sometimes the notes are packed too tightly together, and when chords are too close, they can sound muddy, cramped, or basic. So drop voicing spread out the notes out more naturally. For example, this is a C major 7th block chord. You can hear the way it sounds. Okay, now let's do a drop voicing. In particular, let's try drop-2. You can hear the way it sounds. Okay, now let's use the drop-2 voicing, which means we are bringing down the G, which is the second highest note, an octave lower. So which means I'm going to play the G on my left hand. I think I like it. It sounds more wider, more bright, and give me space to add some other things in between this chord. And that's why many advanced gospel and jazz pianists sound so full even when they are just playing a simple chords. So a lot of what you are just hearing is actually a good voicing. You may be thinking by now, are there different types of drop voicing? Yes, the most common ones are drop-2, drop-3, drop-2 and 4, drop-2 and 3. And for this lesson, we'll focus mainly on drop-2 because it's the easiest to understand and one of the most practical for piano players. And another important thing you need to know is this: drop voicing are not limited to just 7th chords. You can apply them to, for example, C triad chord, the first highest note, the second highest note, I put it down here. The C major 7th chord, the first highest note and the second is G, I'll bring it this way. And most time I still see some people, they do it more often, most especially in CCM gospel music. You are going to see a suspended chord, most times suspended second, then drop-2 will be applied. So the second highest note is E. I like this chord. And also you can do it to a more sophisticated chord. For example, the C13 chord. Look at it. So if I play it all together on my right hand side here, so what is the second highest note? So my second highest note here, if I'm using drop-2, remember what I said earlier that this tutorial is focusing more on drop-2 because once you understand drop 2, you can extend these to any other drop types you want, maybe 2, drop 2 and 3, drop 2 and 4, and so on. So this is the C13 chord, okay? So the second highest note here is B flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off B flat from there, and I'm going to play that B flat on my left hand. And that is why sometimes when you voice the C13 chord, you just play this way. You can see. So this is in drop 2 form because we have the second highest note down here. So it's going to sound this way when you apply drop 2. And in this type of chord is sometimes you apply drop 2 and 3 together, or drop 2 and 4, and so on. Many beginners ask, does the dropped note always go to the left hand? The answer is no. The dropped note is not automatically a left hand note. It depends on the instrument, the register, the voicing setup, and the player. But on piano, very often the dropped note is played with the left hand, while the remaining notes are played with the right hand. Okay, now we are going to look at the chord progression. 1, 6, 4, 5. Take note of that chord progression. So first, let us quickly look at the drop 2 of each of these chords so that we get to understand it better. So for C major triad, if you are using triad chord for your chord progression, the drop 2 will be E down here. Okay, now if we go to the F, let me play on the triad part. The drop 2 will be A, which means you play this way. Okay, then if you go to chord 6, which is this here, let me play in root position, the drop 2 will be the C. It's going to sound this way. And if you go to chord 5, which is the G major chord, the drop 2 will be, I'm using another inversion actually. Okay, let me just play it in root position so that you see. So the drop 2 will be the B. Take note of that. So if you are someone like me, most time when I play, I like to do something new each time. So this is another way you can transform your chord and sound differently than the way you played last time. Okay, so chord 1 is going to be this. Don't forget, we're looking at chord 1, 6, 4, 5. So 1 is going to sound like this. 6 is going to sound. 4 is going to sound. I like that. Then 5 is going to be this. Now, if you're using a major 7th chord, for example, depending on your voicing, all you just need to know is the second highest note in the chord, no matter what voicing you're using. Okay, so the C major 7th, which can be played this way. Okay, but I'm going to just play it in root position so that you can see. The drop 2 on the C major 7th chord is going to be this. This sounds more open, not clustered. Then the chord 6, don't forget this is chord 6 major 7. The drop 2 is going to be E, so I'm going to take off this part again. Sounds great. Then 4, the 7th is here, so the second highest note is C. I'm dropping, it's going to sound this way. And then 5 major 7th is this, chord 5 major 7, this. Don't forget the 7th, the drop 2 is going to be D. It's going to be this. Sounds so strange. And then you go back to one chord, depending on what you want to use. I will just end on a triad chord, okay? Also, you can also use suspended second on all your chords. It's going to sound this way. That's chord 1. Chord 6, going to be this way. Okay. Then chord 4. I think when you use it on chord 4, it sounds so great. Then chord 5, this. I can hear that feel of tensional resolving between my notes. Okay, it sounds so great. So the best way is for you to take time, experiment with this. So this is a bonus one. Your typical 4, 5, 1 using drop 2 is going to sound this way. 4 is going to be this. And 5 is going to be this. And 1 is going to be this. See, unresolved tension. But most time it is advisable, if you are doing that, to play the chord 1 7 so that the G can be on the left hand. So that is the basic idea behind drop 2 voicings. So if you've enjoyed this lesson, like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comment if you want me to do part 2 where I can cover drop 3 voicing, gospel application, or advanced neo soul movement. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next tutorial.